This hoof is the project for today, and while there's heel erosion on both sides, I'm pretty sure this is the side where we're going to find the donut. Welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. It doesn't take but a few slices to know that we're on the right track. Now we can zone in and really focus on this claw. I think it's safe to say now we have located where we need to focus our attention, but first step now is to get this hoof all trimmed up. We'll start by cleaning out this little bit of heel horn erosion here, and then we're going to get this hoof all shaped up. One of the questions I've been getting a lot lately is why I'm using this green mixing tip to keep those claws apart instead of that new tool that I have. That tool was used to examine the interdigital cleft. I want to be able to look inside there. This green tube is just to keep those claws separated while I trim them. Two different uses. I still use that claw spreader all the time for looking inside there and making sure things are clean. Once I get this foot all shaped up, we're going to go back and tackle that problem area. You'll notice this hoof is actually in pretty good shape. It's got a good, nice shape to it, good heel depth, good foot angle. It's just a matter of touching it up. Now remember earlier when I said this is the claw with the donut in it? Well, this is what I meant. Now I know it's not a real donut, but it sure looks like one, doesn't it? It's even got the nice hole in the middle. Anyway, back to this claw. We got to work our way all the way around this and get to the bottom of this issue. Is there going to be more separation, or have we almost got it all? Now it's this point in the trim where we got to keep this area all sprayed out so I can clearly see the margins. The margins are the areas around the particular problem where there's loose hoof horn. I got to remove that, so I got to be able to see that clearly. Now you might see this problem and think, boy, those are kind of little. Those got to be pretty easy to work on, right? Rather than those great big issues. But these are actually much more difficult. Because it's such a tight area, you have to work very carefully around inside there and make sure that you're removing just the loose horn and nothing else. Thinning those margins around the area makes that hoof horn a little more pliable, which decreases the risk for pinching. This can become tedious work, but I'm sure she'll appreciate my patience later. We're almost done with the trimming, but not quite. There's a little bit left there. But first, we're going to get a block on here. Right now, I'm putting the block on. At the end of the video, this cow is going to try to get this block off. Right on the right-hand side is some hoof horn that I got to take away yet, but after that, she'll be good to go. If you're wondering what that orange ankle band is right above her hoof, that is actually holding on what amounts to be a Fitbit for cows. Tracks her movement, her steps, notices anything out of the ordinary, and then when she comes into the milking parlor, it also identifies this cow. So they can record her milk weights and things like that. If there's anything wrong, they'll be able to figure it out with that little monitor. Now you'll notice this is on the medial claw, which is somewhat uncommon, except in situations where we have some medial corkscrew rotation, which this cow has. It's very minor, but that's going to mean that there's going to be more weight put on that medial claw, and therefore we're going to have a higher tendency to have problems then on the medial claw rather than the lateral, which is the case here. So now I'm just going to thin these areas down, remove this heel height a little bit. That block is going to do the work, take the weight off of this claw. On goes the salicylic acid wrap. We're going to let her out, and you're going to watch her try to shake this block free. Just like a kitty with something sticky stuck to her paw. Thanks for watching, guys.